Hello, Rio Grande third graders, and we're here today to look at our DMA for week 5, day 4, if you notice here. And we're going to take a look at our first problem, and it has to do with rounding. And it seems like we're getting pretty good at rounding. And here they want us to round to the nearest 100. So our first thing we want to do is think about our place value that we're rounding, which is our hundreds place. And the next thing we want to do is think about the two hundreds that this number falls between. So we know that it's either going to be between 200 or our next 100, which is 300. So it's between 200 or between 300. Now, remember, 50 is our middle point in between those two hundreds. So we need to think about, where does 277 on this number line, where is that going to be? So it's going to be past 250, definitely. So we know that we're going to round up to 300. So now if we take a look at the next number, which is 338, we know that 338 falls between 300, which is where our place value is, and between 400, which is our next 100. 50, remember 350 is in between. Where would 338 be? If you said before 350, you would be correct. So we would round 338 to 300. So both of these numbers, even though 277, you think of it as being in the 200s, remember that the next 100 is 300. So we have 300 plus 300 is 600. Our next problem is looking at a pattern. So you will notice that we are skip counting by threes. So what that means is we're adding 3 from one number to the next to get our next number in our pattern. So we have 3, 6, 9. If we add 3 more, we would get 12. 3 more would make 15. 3 more added to that, we're adding 3 more to 15, or 3 plus 5 is 8, and then we add that 10 in there to make 18. And then, of course, we would add 3 more to make our next number here. If you notice these commas, our next number would be 21. Following that up, we have, what is the value of the number or digit 7 in the following number? So what's the digit 7's value? So here we have the digit 7. The 7 is in the ones place. So it has a value of 7, not 70, not 700. It has a value of 7 because it's in this ones place. Okay? And our last one, it says, what is the name of the quadrilateral? We've talked about this before, but let's refresh our memories. Quad means 4. Lateral is a side. So we're looking for a 4-sided, or we're speaking about a 4-sided figure. It has 4 sides. So we're going to say this one has 2 traits. It has 4 equal sides, 4 equal sides, and 4 right angles. A right angle is considered what we might call an L angle, where it goes straight up and straight to the side. So an L angle, an L angle, and an L angle. We call those right angles. Or in 4th grade, you will hear them called 90-degree angles, because as we continue looking at geometry, angles actually can be measured by using a protractor and degrees, but not degrees in temperature, just degrees in measuring an angle. So what would we call this particular quadrilateral? This quadrilateral is called a square. So that's our week in DMA. This one was a little quicker than most, so hopefully you got these all correct. This was a lot of review, and so we will see you next week and start on week 6. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, DMA review quiz tomorrow.